Hello, Creator Brigade and YouTube. How is it going? It's Creator Warman. How you doing? We got an awesome video coming up for you guys. We got our top 10 strategy games of 2024. Not necessarily coming out in 2024, but my favorite right now in the year 2024. I got some bangers in there. Really, really good games, in my opinion. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. But wait till you see some of them. I think y'all might like them. If you guys do, if you guys like the video, please hit that like button and subscribe button. Without further ado, let's go. Alrighty, guys, here we go. So this list doesn't necessarily mean that it's all like my top favorite or anything like that. I just named them out as they came to my mind of my favorite favorite strategy games. But first off, we're going to have the Total War series. Now, the Total War series is renowned for its blend of turn-based empire management and real-time battles. The Total War series offers epic strategy experiences set in different historical eras, excuse me. And it really does. It covers ancient warfare, industrial revolution type era as well, with muskets, line battles, even ancient China. Rome 2 is probably my favorite, probably a lot of people's favorite, because of the multiplayer siege battles that you can have are just massive scale 4v4 battles, 4 armies versus 4 armies, defenders and attackers, massive siege equipment coming to you, attacking your cities, defending it with your lives, and trying to win the day. And that just, it always gets me going, and I just love the Total War series, and that is high up on my list. I know it's number 1 on this list, but it is one of the ones that go to. It's my main game on my channel that I've been playing. So yeah, Total War series, highly recommend that one. So next we're going to go with Stellaris. Now, Stellaris, it's developed by Paradox Interactive. Stellaris is a grand strategy game set in space, focused on exploration, diplomacy, and empire building among the stars. And it is a fantastic game. This game lately has been one of my go-to games. I just love space and like building your empire and massive space battles and trying to conquer and trying to attack the different challenges that you'll face while you're trying to grow your empire and trying to avoid the fallen empires, which are these massive, highly advanced empires that are just waiting for their turn to just take over the whole galaxy. And it just is such a fun game, especially if you have a ton of friends to play with. You can do this and just make massive empires and try to go head to head to each other, or just try to survive together and just try to make your empires last and outlast everybody that's there. It's a very awesome game. There's tons of DLCs for this game, and that's also a really cool part about this game too, is if you have a friend that has all the DLCs, you don't have to buy them yourself. You just go into a game with your friend, you have all the DLCs now, basically. It's a very fun game, and it is constantly being changed and made into this awesome, just built up game. And they just came out with another DLC, the Machine Age DLC, and people are loving it. It is a constantly worked on game, and I highly recommend it. Now, my number 3 game is going to be Age of Empires 4. That is going to be the latest installment in the classical Age of Empires series. AoE 4 offers updated graphics and modern gameplay while retaining the series' beloved formula of a city building and strategic warfare. This is a very fun game. It is just the next installment, like I said, of the Age of Empires games. I played Age of Empires 2 when I was a kid, and Age of Empires 3 when it came out when I was growing up, and this is just the next one, and it's just very nice, just chef's kiss. Very nice Age of Empires game that they came out with, that is still being developed and changed with DLCs and all kinds of stuff as well. And I highly recommend Age of Empires 4, just if you want to have a fun battle, online against a random person. Even, it's still a good time, and you hardly see anybody toxic in there. Everybody has a good time. Very fun game. And it just, building up your cities, building up your kingdom, and then trying to send out your soldiers and trying to outwit the other opponent, and also out economy the other opponent with more and more villagers as well. It's always fun. Always Age of Empires 4, always a go-to game. in my strategic list. But next, we're going to go with Crusader Kings 3. Known for its intricate dynasty management and political intrigue set in the medieval Europe, Crusader Kings 3 blends role-playing elements with grand strategy gameplay. This game is so fun. If you just love that political democracy kind of type thing, this game's for you. And building your kingdom and empire, trying to grow it from... You can start from very, very little, just a tiny little province, and build it up into the massive empire. And with this game, you can do that, and it's so much fun. Or you can take over a kingdom or an empire that's already started and try to just make sure it doesn't crumble and try to prosper and take over the world, basically. And this game's also a fun game that you can play with your friends and try to have a fun multiplayer game. And it's also a highly modded game that you can bring in cool mods from any kind of thing. You can bring in Lord of the Rings mods that are fantastic and always being worked on, where you can play in the Middle Ages and be Gondor and call for Rohan and try to survive Mordor. There's a lot of things that you can do. There's even Game of Thrones. There's tons of mods for Crusader Kings 3. Very, very fun game, highly played game. Highly recommend this one to be on your list if you just like that kind of little bit more of a democracy type game, because Total War series has those democracy type things, but CK3 or Crusader Kings 3 just dives even deeper into the democracy and political intrigue and all that kind of stuff. This game is a very fun game, highly recommend it. Number 5 is going to be Manor Lords. Combining city building and with real-time strategy elements, Manor Lords allows players to manage medieval settlements and engage in large-scale battles, emphasizing realistic medieval economics and warfare. This game just came out, and it is such a fantastic game. I waited 4 years to play this game, guys. I'm telling you, such a good game, well worth the wait. The guy it's only a single developer, and he did such a bang-up job on this game. It is so good. I know that the replayability is not high right now, but it is still fun. I beat the game in probably 2 weeks. I haven't played it in a minute, but still such a fun game. It's so chill. Such a fun game to play when you're just wanting to just escape away into a medieval time period and just try to make your village prosper and try to take out the bandits and then the pesky lord that's trying to take over the whole map. So, and he also does plan to do multiplayer at some point, which I know everyone's going to be losing their minds when that happens. And it would be really fun to go against your friends trying to take over a map in this game. So, Manor Lords, very, very fun game. So good on the details. The little details in this game are outstanding. And just it's a visual masterpiece, and the music in this game is so good and just makes you feel like you're there. You can be part of the people in your villages, and it's such a bang up job by the developer, and yeah, I highly recommend Manor Lords. So next, number 6, we're going to have Frostpunk. Set in a frozen post-apocalyptic world, Frostpunk challenges players to manage a city and make difficult moral decisions to ensure the survival of its inhabitants. So Frostpunk is just an ice wasteland, and you're trying to survive, and it is so fun. And the next installment of the game is coming out soon, and I am so excited. But Frostpunk 1 still is a fantastic game. I love playing it. Every once in a while, I just, I'm feeling some Frostpunk, and I just want to go in and just try to survive the cold and make sure that I can keep my settlement, if you will, surviving. And there's so many different scenarios that they've made from DLCs and stuff that add even more kind of different challenges for you in the game and offer really cool challenges, and just makes you have to rethink how you're going to do things. And it's a very fun game. I definitely recommend Frostpunk, and its steampunk vibes are really, really fun. And just, yeah, it's a very, very fun strategy game, and just trying to survive and outlast the cold. Next, number 7, we're going to go with Call to Arms, Gates of Hell, Ostfront. Offering tactical combat set on the eastern front of World War II, this game provides players with intense battles and strategic depth as they command their troops in various scenarios. This game, so fun as well. This game, whenever I'm feeling World War II, like vibes and I just want to play a World War II game, this is my go-to strategy game, top-down version, and RTS. This game's amazing, and they did such a good job with this game. You call in your troops and bring them to the battlefield and try to conquer strategic zones, and you're trying to outlast the AI or your friends if you're playing your friends, and the huge tanks and artillery and massive like Katusha rockets and Nebelwoofer rocket launcher, Nebelwoofer rocket artillery just demolishes a whole area, and it is so fun and gratifying when you just bring in amazing weapons and they just go so well. And the huge tanks and massive tank battles you can get in this game are outstanding, and obviously infantry battles are very, very good as well. And you can even go into the battlefield and control the individual soldiers or your tanks or your artillery when they're on the battlefield and manually control them and try to take out the enemies. That is a very fun aspect of this game that everyone loves. When I asked them, my friends, when we were playing this game, like they all love that you can go in and be that guy and just feel like you're on the battlefield just mowing down the enemies. It's such a fun time, and a very, very good time when you're going well and you're just dominating the battlefield. It's such a fun game. I actually did a tournament on this last year and it went really well. I might have to do another one. All right, but yeah, highly recommend this game. Can't say enough good things about Call to Arms, Gates of Hell, Ostfront. Next, we're going to go with Iron Harvest, steampunk RTS game set in an alternate 1920s European where diesel punk mechs roam the battlefield. Iron Harvest offers real-time tactics gameplay with a unique steampunk aesthetic that is engaging storylines. The storyline on this game is one of the best that I've seen in a very, very long time. The story on this game just is amazing, and the steampunk just mechs that you can fight with and be an RTS. It's almost like a company heroes type steampunk with mechs set in like right after the Great War, and having these fictional type factions that are like Polonia or Rusviets. Well, it's like obviously it's like Poland and Russia, but they're just different little factions in the game, and you're trying to outdo the enemy. You can do the campaigns where there's several different campaigns you can do, which the storylines, like I said, are fantastic. Or you can do battles where you just play against AI, or you can play with your friends, and the battles can be very, very intense and so much fun to do with your friends. And I highly recommend Iron Harvest, and it is a very, very good game. Like all these games, I'm gonna say they're amazing because these are always my go-to games. I love these games, and Iron Harvest is right up there on my list of my top games. I highly recommend it. So next, we're going to go with Last Train Home. This game puts players in charge of leading a group of survivors on a perilous journey across a post-apocalyptic landscape, managing resources and making tough decisions to ensure their survival. So this is based on a true story where the Czechoslovak Legion just ended World War I, and they're trying to get home, but they have to go through Russia on a train to get to Vladivostok, to try to get on a boat to go all the way around to go back home, because they won't let them go through all the other European countries to get home. And so they have to go through, and you have to survive off the land and stop your train and go fishing and hunting, or getting resources from villages and trading and bartering and trying to get coal so your train goes to where it needs to go, and it just continues rolling down the tracks, and stopping the train to fix your train because the tree fell or something like that, and doing all these missions, side missions and main missions, where you're trying to help the different factions during the Russian Civil War, like the Reds or the Whites, and you're trying to, try to get through all the way through Russia, and you're helping mostly the White, because the Red, like the Red Russians in the game are like not nice at all, and they actually, you'll see in the game when you play it. I don't want to ruin anything, but yeah, this game, a very, very good game. Starts out kind of slow, but really gets building, and it makes you have to really strategically figure out how you want to manage your resources. And it's a very fun, kind of just total different kind of type game, combining like a lot of different games into one, but also having like a unique style where you're on a train trying to just survive. So highly recommend this game. Okay, so lastly, we're going to go with WarNo. This game is a Cold War-esque type strategy game where you're playing in battlefields, and you're just trying to have massive modern combat on this field, and you're using all kinds of weapons in the different divisions that are given to you in the game, and you're having these, like I said, massive battles, and they can be very, very intense and so fun too. When you have A-10s and all kinds of different planes and rocket artillery coming in, and modern artillery and tanks and all kinds of things just clashing, and it's a very, very fun game, and it's one of the best. And they also have another one coming out soon too. It's going to be called Broken Arrow. I just played that one. It's the next installment in this series, from the same developer. I got to play the demo, and it's very, very good. It's actually modern instead of just Cold War-esque, and yeah, so that's just like an honorable mention. Broken Arrow and WarNo, same type, but yeah, that is all my games. I mean, there's more on the games I play, but these are one of the top 10 that I have on my list. And it's always changing too. I have games where I'm feeling this or feeling that, but these are my ones I usually play. So yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys are thinking, feeling. If you like the games, you don't like the games, you think they're old, whatever, that's great. Everyone's entitled to their opinions, and this is just my opinion of some of the top 10 games that I like to play. But yeah, I would love to hear you guys' feedback. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. And again, as always, if you guys liked it, please hit that like button and subscribe button if you're new to the channel. And yeah, catch you guys in the next one. Peace.